He got his wish.
Alright, chat. We're at a 2-0 on the pistol, by the way, as well, so not even a good...
Look at this push up already from PRX on the defense side. They absolutely want to pull.
There is so many people here.
Have to be ready for it, but how? How do you stand?
Well, I do like that from something that managed to get out of there. Woot, 22 HP. I don't know if the person who died did. I don't know if the person who did damage is dead. So we don't know if they have information. Love that they double up on this one though. Really, really nice. Paper X, another round where they go for a 4-1 pistol. Add it to the list. 3-0 in pistols. Dude, Heretics really needed that just purely to have some kind of, have any kind of actual confidence.
Counters like this early in the round are just going to stretch your cohesion.
He blinked. I mean, it's just a classic Icebox round. Just every duel's done within 2 seconds.
On this map, they play standard stuff, but they play defense in a far
Bupper, thank you so much for that, dude. Thank you, thank you. Full eco again this time. A little bit bold on defense as well. They go for a lighter buy.
3-man pushes down, A main, down B main. Heretics are going to need to be very
to do this and make it work, you got to have a lot of discipline. This isn't the team that you would normally put in your top 30 for discipline, but they do play different these days. Hello, Yampy, mate. How you doing?
Trying to scout the way. Unique neon composition. It's going to be tough to find a foothold though. With something takes his and gets off the
wait
line.
for the smoke to get out of there.
Damage done though. Now it's something with the rifle. May
top 30 is being generous. Yeah, I quickly in my head went from 10 to 20 to 30, and then I was like, honestly, could keep on going, but
your full armored Devi will take control of that.
A lot of the Chinese teams are pretty crazy though with it. Yampy, sorry mate, thank you for the sub. Sorry, dude.
A lot of fast-paced action.
Divide here from multiple angles.
Okay, that's a gun.
Play off the turret, take contact.
Oh, it had those bullets in.
Thank you. And there it is.
Dude, nothing goes right for them. It really does. Okay, big buy rounds. They managed to keep all the guns into this one, so it's literally a buy on both sides.
Heretics invested nothing, so they can get the absolute max here. The one round they did actually win on Pearl was an anti-bonus.
There's pretty risky stuff from something there, but par for the course.
Good omen flash.
PRX fans will be very familiar with that. Let's go! Now, of course, buy up here for PRX.
So he could buy a full rifle, but he goes for a Bucky on this one.
Players B main, time to walk right at the attacking team as
now, do they chill?
Heretics, they're patient,
nope.
They're waiting, but they're losing the duels. Great trade from Rienz, though.
Wow. And I do think that something kind of went down here because Jing maybe overstepped, and I think he wanted to carry on holding the angle, whereas if they had insta-got out of there, they might have avoided this trade. So I think that was like 2 out of 3 of Paper X wanting to show good discipline, and then Jing forgetting. Jing stuck in 2023.
In tandem with a recon to take back yellow, but without him, it's going to be much.
He has so much trouble. It's a great flash on this one. Jing, you are a lunatic. He is crazy right now. This is one round. Oh my god.
With the Bucky. Last player standing. It's all going to be on Devi now. Benji and Woot, arms to the teeth, but no plant just yet. And no wingman to get it done for free.
They want to slow this down.
30
catch
seconds
Devi. He's pushing, but he's speaking out, and wow, he gets another.
It's a great trade from Heretics. Paper X would take the damage, and Forsaken with the Bucky buy has enough to drop an op, but someone's a little bit wrecked money-wise. It's somewhere at 500.
Devastating for their economy.
Yeah, it's looking. I mean, it's the same start as the fast map at the moment if they lose this.
Needs to do so, but perhaps they're starting to get a feel for that up-tempo style.
Do you think Alex gives them full freedom on their bonus rounds? Their bonus rounds, they do look like old Paper X. You're not wrong. But I do think they were meant to show discipline here, because I looked at these two, they wanted to go back. Devi takes the hit. With the extra money, we buy an Odin over towards A, and I think we were spamming through this in case they went over towards Heaven. Forsaken manages. Dude, what's this black line? It's been here the whole time. I just realized this.
Posts up. on that deep A line. Wants to go even
Sure.
further off.
1,
the
2,
drone.
3, 4. The combine.
Sagan is sent for him. Does actually spot out Boo.
One way will be refreshed. Give Patman the edge, but it's going to be a dizzy on out. Patman already on the spray. He got his. Heretics slowed up somewhat on their way over towards this B side of the
He
map.
did a
Now
lot
they're
of
finding all
damage.
something they can play from behind. Nanoswarm's triggered.
That was a great way to fight that from Team Heretics. Multiple players jumping out to face together off of that dizzy when the crosshair would be thrown.
Does
It's a break
something
by a
consider
defender,
close
something
left.
Now posted up at mid. You can see PRX on the rotates, getting towards this.
Benji
side
can
wall.
tank a
Just
shot.
The timing.
He's got a player though coming from his left. He might not be ready for the two push. And there it is. Once again, PRX give us
Plant goes down. Woot has all. God, look at the damage done, by the way.
It's going to force out the thrash. Can it actually get a connection? And even if it does, can anyone get a kill off of it? No.
Decent ping though
Oh,
on the side of
dude.
PRX.
But he's
here
gotta
is
do everything.
Forsaken with the Odin.
Whoa.
Jing wants to try and push up. Wood is very, very low, but there's still a spike to defend now. Heretics just going to try and hang on here. Hold on against this relentless onslaught, but
Damn, man.
Divine racks
Dude,
on
How's
yellow.
Forsaken won that duel as well,
And
though?
Wood just has nowhere to go.
Force him down to an eco.
PRX on this map are just
Is scrappy
so
round.
oppressive. They're taking so much forward space, and they're so happy to make fast, bold defensive pivots off of that information.
Apple
to
Juice,
stack
thank you for the
proper
9 months, bro.
sites.
Thank you, thank you.
This was a great moment for Team Heretics that we highlighted. But
What the?
from there, you just have the second coming back in with very
is
rare
that, bro?
Icebox Odin.
One enemy remaining.
This is first bullet.
Heretics at least tried to manipulate the pace, or at least dictate it to some degree, but PRX are always asking for more, always trying to assume some of that real estate, that mid-push.
Outlaw can one-shot everyone. They got the hero gun.
Eventually, Forsaken steps up on yellow. Heretics are going to be on the clock every single attack side round.
And here we go.
Wall to allow them to cross, though.
And they find another
Oh my
first
god, they're
blood.
pushing against an eco.
Down at the start of the round.
Oh.
Again, Wyatt. Something. He's on the horizon.
No,
They get back,
dude,
and he
chill,
knows this is where that
chill,
came
please
from, the
chill.
shorty. God, he's thirsty for it.
At least the rest of his team's
Comfortable as it
going.
often is.
Oh, for God's sake.
Again, this will be PRX with another stunning start.
God,
to
it's
the
it's
game.
just so
This, by the way,
disrespectful
is a
though,
team,
and like if you're
PRX, that has
Heretics,
an
you know it's
83%
disrespectful as
attack
well,
side
but
win
you
rate on Icebox.
literally
So
did
God
one bit of
forbid
damage.
we get to
You
that
can't
part
even
of the
be
map,
angry at
and they're
it.
ahead.
Now, even at this juncture in the game, they've beaten Team
We're
Heretics.
here again,
in
full
multiple
one
ultimates.
timeout.
The one that Heretics did have, that thrash had already been used by Wu to try and convert that pivotal gun round. It was unfortunately lost for them.
One enemy remaining.
The economy for PRX getting out of control, and Heretics, they have opted to go for another early timeout here. You certainly
Damn,
can't
mate,
blame
Despa,
them.
I can't do anything. What do you want from
Neil
me?
needs to get these guys
You need to be
heads
talking
back
to
in
the-
game. I mean, back in for
to
the
everyone
first
else.
time.
Looking to
There's some
Neil and
players,
Weber.
They talk about how things slow down when they get into the server.
The Heretics have a sub
Feels
or
like
something?
you walk through relax as
Nah,
time slows.
they're
I
just
feel like
they're
against
just not
PRX,
here.
it's the opposite. These guys set those phases to warp feed and make it very, very hard to stand on even footing at this pace of play.
Jonah with the prime, thank
And
you so much,
Heretics have
dude.
been
Thank you for the
that
2
kind of
months.
team that have wanted to dictate said pace, right? They play Neil on this map, for God's sake. They want to make these fast rotates, take that mid control, be the ones that forces you to be reactive, but they have never,
Heretics?
in this series so far,
I don't know, man. It's a bit of a bad day,
They've
and
gotten
it's just
dominant
train.
wins
That's it.
in their
No
run
one's been
in
able to stop the train since it
has come from
started.
being
They're just
relentless
another
with that
victim.
pace by
They can easily
disrupting
win
the defenders
2-1
with the Neon. But
in,
you can see that they've gone into this
in Swiss, but
as they intend, because they know that PRX are just
RRQ? Nah, the trainer stopped them. Watch my pick'ems. I said the train already. That's where we're stopping.
They're not able to claim that space early.
The train needed to refuel for this. We had to do a lot of upgrades.
Losing the opening tools.
It was a planned stop.
said on
It's
map
not a
one,
crash.
But they did not bring their A game. In fact, they were nowhere near it.
Okay, let's see what they actually change up in this
rounds to their name at
this rounds.
Across this series.
Oh, that's close. It does hit though.
Okay, now no turret to play off of in kitchen. Nice little lineup. And already those one-ways being set up. Will allow Patman occasionally to swing on them. And he hears DC come out, so he knows there's the pitter-patter, a little Heretics footsteps on this B side of the map.
Turret down.
Devi's been drawn over in that direction to assist.
What is what?
The curry spot.
What is going on?
Holds it down admirably. That is definitely going to
Well-
throw a wrench in the works for PRX, and now that lockdown will allow Devi to at least get some space.
Oh boy, this is
Every
a
answer's waiting
disaster.
for it.
Well, honestly,
God,
if
but the
PRX are going
players
to play
were
like
able to
this, maybe Heretics have a
just get
chance.
out of
This was
that lockdown
incredibly
circle.
rough.
play in the corner. Credit to Benji Fishing. He just wins it out straight up.
The bad plant though.
2 for 1.
Imagine a smoke on this.
And then Patman was trying to anchor back yellow, but that's a position that you really can't be in alone against Team Heretics.
Jing has got very little to see. Yeah, likely just to try and walk away.
He's actually pretty huge for them though.
This
A
one,
lot of money. Everyone
bit of tactic. No,
actually
there's
surviving.
here for PRX to
Only
continue
got
to
one
take some
armor
risks and
rebuy.
try and keep a lid on the
3K.
economy. Jing does
Can get close
not
now.
like his chances.
That anti-eco flawless they had earlier is put
Yeah,
them in
they pretty much
an
needed
excellent
this.
economic position. But like you said, might as well just save, keep the cash rolling for PRX even in this round loss. I think Patman is realized on this one that trying to anchor back yellow solo against the way the Team Heretics
Add
like
this
to fight
emote, bro.
towards
I
B
don't even
is
know how to do
not
that
going
stuff.
to be the right choice. They send
So
too
just
much
click
until
it?
back there. It's tough to deal with the neon.
But Benji's ready for this inevitable mid push. And I think Divide does not account for the pocket that's left in the corner of that A side by the lockdown.
Ah, bro, I'll have to do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
It won't let me do it
doesn't
in
check
this
this at all.
I know.
Rien's,
I
think
know.
it would
Guys,
have us-
already, guys, we're double the rounds from last map. Right?
Yeah, it's one way to look at it.
Quick match.
They'll take it. They'll take it.
Okay, someone gets the op out, and hopefully someone told him to chill a little bit. That was some
Talented,
pure madness what I
mechanical
just saw.
shooters. That's the first time any of them have really gotten a highlight-worthy play. Credit to Benji.
Hunter's Fury now from Rien's.
It's a great TP from Jing to dodge this one.
Doesn't yield any information whatsoever. They are aware, of course, that the Odin is in
Yeah,
attendance today.
I mean, all they've taken is lost.
And those would be positions that PRX would
Why do I feel like someone's
typically
going to do something mad?
love to just play
Yeah,
into,
he's
but
doing
it's
that.
actually towards
He's
B
going to
where
lock
they've
him in.
gone full
It's interesting, if he does
aggro,
actually
so
turn this
posted
corner,
up
it's the
close
turret
with
for
Patman,
middle
and
and not this,
allowing
so
the rest of their squads to be
he would pretty much have him
steadfast
locked
towards
in.
this A site. Odin is going to be obnoxious
The thing is,
to
he
deal with.
kind of messed
No
up
one was
2 rounds in a
watching
row,
practice
so...
at the time.
Well,
Forsaken actually gets back.
This could get dangerous, but now that the lockdown is used, that Hunter's Fury is going to need to be expended to break it unless they just intend on getting out of here.
We got nothing else for that, though.
The Shocky does
Yeah,
not
they
hit.
take a lot of space with this one. It's a free site for the plant.
And now
Plant's a
Heretics
little
have to
slow
make
on
use
this
of
one.
that,
Sova
getting
ult for the
entrenched
tap
towards
of the
A side.
spike.
They're going to want to use this Hunter's Fury with the paranoia to get back in. This is fast. This is pacey from PRX.
Here comes that Hunter's Fury, but later
Oh,
as it
it's
is, but it's going to
chaos.
be Jing going to work with him. He's got an in and under rafters. Something at a time. He's going to get it. It's
A
Benji.
lovely
that
shot from
answers
Benji.
the late round lurk. Wu deals with Forsaken. Jing gets his tap. He was already able to find these first 2 kills. But to expect him to make it 5, even for him, might be a little bit too much. Wu with the shoulder pick, shot through the knee. Still an adventurer, though. Boo and Benji happy just to stay entrenched. A hard-fought round
Okay,
here.
this
for
is nice
Heretics.
from Heretics as well.
Finally,
It's another convincing round with
PRX train
multiple people
is
surviving.
forced to throw the brakes on.
So they can actually put up a really good
We're
score
going to
here.
hit some shots. I'm going to need to see that Benji one on the replay from his point of view, please. That looked ridiculous.
Shooting back? Yeah, they're shooting back.
Something
That
on
one
the
round kind of gave them
blades
a way in.
Plucked out of the air. All right, Heretics heating up a little bit individually. That's crazy.
Hayes is
That
calm
is
with
a
it.
mental shot from Benji, who is starting to hit.
Still cranking 90. Good to see.
PRX, they're on defense. They do display something that they are typically very good at, which is very, very quick floods with excellent utility.
Okay,
Now,
Paper
here,
X,
more
first
classic
time in
PRX
this
full
where
man
they're
push
actually a
up
round
towards
away
this
from
side,
having to
keep all
eco.
of
We'll
the
take
space,
off something
connecting
because
that orb,
just be
and
these
then
3.
They post someone up and immediately go stack the
Yeah,
other
and they're
side.
picking the right
is
side,
the
this one, in
needle
terms of
for them
Heretics.
on this map.
Once again, though, it's just going to be Divide B for now. Having one away from that Viper's
Dude,
pit. There's Benji again.
Why is someone from Paper X just swing on their own every single round?
Oh, this is stunning.
Oh, nice shots, dudes.
That's 3.
Oh my god.
Caught by the paranoia, forced to give
That
some
was
ground, but
sick.
now the youngster has some wind in his sails.
Spike down B.
Right, Wingman is going to be thwarted in his plant attempt, but the Thrash is going to go ahead now to pave the way. Surely Jing spotted now, detained. He's got Divine to watch him. Relay bomb comes in.
Great slide in from Miniboo.
Heretics.
Another round with 4 people
Finally
surviving
turning
as
up
well.
the
Money's
play.
out of
Stunned
control.
just in case
Now
he
it's
starts throwing hands
completely
without his gun, I
flipped.
guess.
Completely
Why
flipped.
not? All right,
They got
Benji's
eco.
heating up. It looks like he's playing an aim trainer. Just has guys from all different angles swinging onto him. That awareness to catch the second that was coming out of A was so nice. And that is a read on a typical.
There's definitely a lot to,
play. Knows
if I'm
that
Alex
when
at the
you're making
moment-
that full rotate, there's going to be someone that's pushed up in
Jesus.
A main.
If I'm Alex at the moment, there's a lot to talk about as well. Every single round so far, there's been like someone or something who is like
When you watch them play
overstepped
against
heavily
any
with
other team
the
in
swings.
EU on this run, they look like world beaters.
Melly,
Fnatic
thank you so much for the tier 1.
had
Thank
their
you, thank you.
number. They've been able to really counter the way that they're playing. PRX, early on they were countering it, but in a totally different way than how Fnatic actually opted to.
Very proud to debut our new reinforced tungsten carbide 1088 steel tables just for this occasion.
Benji, yeah.
Tried to elbow drop
And this
wide
is the thing,
into
if they
it.
start getting
Good luck,
confidence as
Alex,
well,
breaking this one.
I hit a moonsault on Vansili, he didn't even go through
wrong
it.
team.
Hit a Walls of Jericho, nothing. And again, first time in this whole series that PRX have been put in a position to have to call this timeout. They've been struggling a little bit to hold on to B, even though they're refreshing that
Pushing
one way
mid, yeah.
over the
They
containers.
just wanna try and react, right? When they lose one of these, they're pushing over towards mid to break this turret. But then they like break the turret, and then there's always one person that's not on the same page as the other guy here, and then they just end up losing everything
So
because
highlight
of it.
moments already, especially on that raise back on Pearl. But this is one of the maps where he's not playing raise. It's just not what they like to do. They just love this very standard comp, and they've had a lot of success with it.
Benji so far has been feasting, playing that mid.
Oh,
So many of those
they
kills have
pop all into
originated
Eco
from
round.
PRX just not respecting Heretics there. I think
Sheriff,
they've now been forced
3
to bend the knee
sheriffs, a
somewhat.
stinger.
With this Viper's pit
And a
down,
rifle,
that's a
and
fairly
they-
big commitment here. You do have
they
Patman,
pop the
that
ult.
close range stinger to try and find an opener, shut down and execute if it
I mean,
comes
as we can
in,
see
and
on the
just
minimap,
expect
forcing through this
Team
is pretty
Heretics
good.
At some point, if they intend on getting into this pit, which certainly looks like they're going to do, you're waiting for Riens to use this owl drone, clear things out.
Take flight. Jing with the hero rifle will watch the mid pivot, but yep, there's going to be action over here towards the pit. That man cute, but
Really nicely handled.
tries to outfox the owl
I
drone.
respect it. I respect the attempt.
Devi gets up on that line pretty quick. Miniboo, who's been quiet in this series and in this map as well, just needs to be a bit of a nuisance. Remains at large here over the site. And Snakebite's going to make
go
a target
around the
play
map.
in from upper rafters. This is good looks. The hero rifle is still in play. Jing might try and wager it for something here. We'll take a pretty prescribed location, one that's going to be watched for at the back of the site. Heretics have seen enough. It's up to Jing here to step up, get himself some value off this round potentially, but once more, he will be sorely outgunned,
Yeah,
outnumbered.
most people are getting close to max money here.
And, outdone by Benji.
It's been
Flawless
convincing
rounds
rounds,
here for Team Heretics.
really.
Finally steering the ship with the wind.
They're going to have an opportunity now as well to get a lockdown for Benji, who's just one away. Patman trying to time that. Hey, I'm not mad at it. He's got the stinger, we're on an eco
Yeah,
round.
he's got to try something.
But he is caught out. And you can just see from Miniboo's point of view there, hitting this A site, how many options he has playing the Neon.
13 to 5,
many
Benji.
Unexpected,
Okay, that's
unorthodox positions there.
that's more
be
back to
incredibly
normality.
effective.
Let's see where the
something's
op's
taken up
going
the
on
op
this
now.
one. Op aggro over towards middle. They got a
Just
rifle
what
to
they were
try and
called
set it
on
up.
that timeout from the prior round. Wants to post
What are we
up
gonna do?
towards
Shoot
mid.
the-
Doubled up with Jing. A bit of
Shoot the
protection
turret with the
for him.
rifle and then hold with the op. Yeah, okay.
Turret just got cleared. Looks like the go signal there for Heretics on the B side. They've just indulged in a surge forward.
One away from
here, I think.
Killjoy. At the moment, it's kind of looking like a fake.
Their main intention really was to get that orb, get the lockdown. Recon is sent in to clear out back yellow from Riens.
I wonder how much that
The last
recon
lane,
saw.
pretending, hey, we are getting that position back yellow. Shocks as well, and now we're going to slowly pivot back. The spike has just been over there with Woot on A the entire time. But this is
Here
the
we
danger.
go, they
Something
gotta cross
waiting
this.
for this cross.
On a very tight line. He's going to see one. That's Rien's trying to cross. Dealt with.
Lunatic,
Somebody
man.
wants to
He
repost the
went
line,
back for
but
another.
quickly,
He
Heretics
gets
all
so
got across
much
to
for
A.
this, though. Like,
He's
it's
gonna know that in
really
a couple
bold
of
from him, but he
seconds.
gets so much. Locks them in,
Rotating
double
off the
rotate
speed
can
side
come
to
in
have
as well.
Patman
They
to
don't
fill
know
up.
that
The
they
other
didn't go
players are
back, so
making their way
they
to
do have
A.
to
Win
keep one
some
over
ace
towards
to it.
B.
Tried to flood
40
in.
seconds, Killjoy ult goes down. It's a good one, though. They
that
got to
lockdown,
really be far back from
Certainly
this.
going to be kept at bay.
I don't think PRX have the mechanism with which to
They got
remove that, so they're
nothing
gonna
to
have
stop
respect
this.
the
They
pull
can
off the side.
recon,
An
omen,
early
flash,
rotate
fast
now,
flood, though.
nullified. We're going to get a plant down. Heretics look to dig in here and anchor.
And it looks like they want to come
There
right
goes
back
recon.
in.
There goes
Paranoia.
Omen Flash
Here
for
come
back sight.
PRX.
Heretics Viper's pit now to play with Root. Ensconced safely within the poison walls. The Forsaken sees this easy come his way. Happy to spam through. Eventually PRX are going to have to commit. Wood has been dealt with. The Viper though, spawning the pit still at large.
We saw him.
Jing wants to get past this now. Spam in Boo's direction. Miniboo though dealt with. Patman Patman is in here, sees the Viper, and there it is. The wall
It was
comes down,
chaos.
as does the
So in my opinion,
Heretics in this round.
PRX just got too
Ooh, with
much
a
map
parting
control, right? They
gift
pretty much
that
had
all
all
the
of this
Heretics
map
can
control here after the plant
Overwhelmed by the
within like
numbers,
2-3
real
seconds after the
positions,
plant
deep
went back.
sight.
Or like
PRX
went
are just
down.
able to get right back in for free.
I think it was they did pretty good, just holding this lane.
Somebody getting that opening kill, and then Spam connects on to Woot. Cooked from there.
You see how much PRX invest in getting that midline held. They send Jing.
Yeah, double ult into that one as well from
And then
Heretics.
whichever way you
So
slice it, whichever way they rotate, something is going to see someone.
Benji Fishy is actually picking up this attack operator, and it makes sense.
Benji gets
The way
up.
that
I mean, he's allowed
PRX
to do what he
play,
wants. He's got the 14 to
exploit their
6.
aggression, allow them to make their way into the angle that you're holding to get an opening kill. Keep the game slowed down.
Alarm bot out.
Benji here to very passive lane. He's just watching for the tube push down. That's not the plan for PRX this round,
Ooh,
apparently.
that's not good.
Once again, the one-way being set up.
Okay, he's made the jump to pick it up though.
Forsaken Patman, the solo B player right now.
Orb taken by Forsaken into the deep drone on A.
Dude, this is too obvious though, right?
read this story before.
That it's 2 passing here.
PRX try to adjust some of their players more towards that B side. Patman feels the need to retreat, at least temporarily. Recon for back yellow yet again. Here comes that Dizzy. Team Heretics making their
Okay,
way
both Molly's got shot here as well. It's not too bad for Heretics at the moment. They got double luck as well. Still looks like it might be hard for them to plant. Patman still has Molly. 4 passing claws.
Team Heretics, they do need to wait for
Dude,
this
they
wall
want
to
to
come back
fast
up.
take
Oh my
this?
God, PRX
Oh my
is
God.
going to win off the paranoia with a recon.
Looking for their own timing, marching to the beat of their own drum, but what a stunning mosh pit there to shut them down. Device able to find his
Crazy,
two.
man. Classic Icebox again. It's good trades though from Heretics.
Heretics have done well to trade up on this B site. This has drawn something in Forsaken
30
across
seconds
the map. We're going to have an advantage attack side post plant.
Planted.
This is looking highly awkward towards mid. Forsaken left on an island towards B, just wants to slowly maneuver forward. Busha
Correction?
get this kill.
Whoa,
What
what a
snappy
nut shot that is.
Now, have to deal with Woot tucked in corner by Yellow. Doesn't want to give himself up on Forsaken.
Ooh.
Don't even think about the knife, son.
Yeah, he did the little
Here
knife.
comes the thrash. Something
He's
knows he
dead.
needs to gain some altitude, but finally Benji is
Okay,
rewarded
let's
for
see
his
who gets the
patience
last
in the
round.
round.
Dude, that flash shot was crazy
lurking
though.
operator comes in at the very
He's
end.
gonna regret the knife.
The final hour. That was interesting.
Goose, thanks so much for that, bro.
PRX, they go for this refight attempt.
Yeah, they went for the refight, but
Any effort to actually
they
get
kind of
spikes
stopped
down.
because of the mosh.
Wingman wasn't planting.
And then they ended up being like
they just tried to
halfway
catch
on a reclear.
raw timing. It does not work out. We're finally seeing
Mine freaks
Yeah,
face, man.
honestly,
He's just
no.
like,
The
what
question is,
the?
like, what is the cue that PRX are playing off of there? If they're just trying to manufacture a timing of their own, it doesn't work out because Wood has a really nice mosh pit.
pace from Team Heretics.
See, if I'm
Getting
Patman here,
Neon
I want him
back
to relax just
quickly.
purely because,
Patman could be in
like, he
this
should just be trying to stay alive this whole round and just let everyone else do the work with the guns and the yachts.
To retreat.
Definitely a bigger commitment to the B side by PRX in this round. Hunter's Fury lockdown, both available here in the last round of the half for the defenders. So behind the Viper's pit, here come Heretics.
It looks like they want to do it again, that reclear.
Potentially here. Wyatt.
They just do it again.
Timing doesn't pay off once more. Hunter's Fury now for Forsaken. Gets a tap on Benji. Still no plant yet.
Right here.
That Hunter's Fury just used a little bit late.
Dude,
Boo's
Boo
gotten his
calls
way
him
all
back
the way
as
to
well.
the side, and
7.
it's more than enough
I
time
mean,
for
it's
Team Heretics to
considering it's
just
4-1 at one
see if
point.
they
That's
can catch a
incredible
couple
from
in mid, though.
Heretics.
Is he too far forward? Wood, I like the high-low setup.
It's a great
That's
shot.
brilliant. Heretics always aware of the thrust up mid from the defenders. We've seen it all half so far.
Swarm
That
grenade
is
out.
a great double face there.
30 seconds left.
All right, now the little things are beginning to come together for Team Heretics, and we're finally seeing a PRX who were utterly dominant, now struggling a bit with some of their timings. Again, they refight into B before there's any attempt to get the spike down. That Hunter's Fury comes a little bit late, and Heretics
5
just
enough.
have their crosshairs placed on all of the angles.
The Omen
that
comes
they can
pretty
push
good
out
on
from.
attack, but
Devi's giving himself
I don't
away.
know, man. I'm not going to pretend I know anything about this map. I just feel like this map gets so momentum based.
And as you mentioned, Heretics have or rather, PRX have a, what, 80+% win rate on attack Icebox. So, you know, despite the 7-5,
5 is enough, it's Icebox. Dude, sometimes 2 is enough, it's on Icebox. Sometimes 2 is enough, and sometimes 10 isn't enough. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know with this map.
That everyone gets a free phone on any plan, pain-free? Count me in. Try and beat it.
Neo,
I'll
thank
give
you so
a
much for the
sec.
tier 1. Thank you. And Max, I appreciate you doing that as well. Let me mute this so we don't get the VOD wrecked. And did we miss any subs? Maybe. We got Rob, Gini, I think is how I say that. Zifx and Jonah as well. I think I missed you. And maybe Fletch XP. Thank you so much. Is it a balanced map? I mean, it's just not a great map. Oh, yeah, they tried to take one of the rounds. There we go. Hecky, thanks so much for the Prime. Appreciate the 11 months. Thank you. Board next as well. Well, so yeah, they tried to take away one of the rounds. Icebox? I mean, we have a good chance that it gets taken out for the new map. Jolter, thank you so much for the Prime. And Evil Endeavor as well, thank you for the 10 months. They honestly might switch out 2 maps as well, so we might have
contrast between this Icebox map
might have double
and
the
the Pearl
chance.
one that we started on.
Billy as well, thank you for the Prime, dude. Appreciate the 16 months. Thank you.
Start, but they really start to string rounds together. Round 6 onwards, they win 6 out of the preceding 7
Bro
rounds.
for Dafran as well, thank you so much for the Prime.
Reasonable position
They
here.
haven't had the name Dafran for a while.
Finally able to find a moment where they're actually in the lead in this series. Benji Fishy leading the way as far as the econ report goes. Something in dire straits was investing into that operator, but wasn't extracting the most value from it. Had that one good
econ
round where
report.
he was able to catch a kill on the cross, but after that, for the most part, was being avoided. Team Heretics did a great job countering the play of PRX that was working for them within those first 5 rounds, but then eventually fell off. Things began to get very disjointed on their
Like I get what they went for.
Heretics are looking good,
but I think they could have been smart with this.
Started getting those highlights, and then that inspires confidence in the rest of your team as well. When you see someone starting to hit like that.
15 and 6 after 12 rounds. Honestly, almost a mirror image of Forsaken's performance in the first half of Pearl. Very strong showing. And it was Benji's
thank you, the 11 months.
Performance
Thank you.
That really held PRX at bay. But PRX on the attack side of this map, really strong. 83% win rate through Pacific Stage 1. Lossless on this map.
We've seen when Heretics
the fast recon towards the back, so you can drone close.
As far as the scoreboard, Benji Fishy and Woot that are putting up the big
It's
numbers.
the classic. This one's pretty good against the Killjoy as well, because normally the Killjoy turret, right, can't actually spot you as you cross.
There's mid thrust here from Heretics.
They duel this one.
Fumbled. Rian's waiting.
I mean, Rian should win this.
Yet to leave poor, but eventually someone's going to raise anchor and get to it. Rian gives himself away. Jing wins it out. What an ill-fated encounter for Heretics, and it's up to Boo again. Boy howdy, what a mountain he has to
He
climb.
blocked him and then disappeared.
Spike, of course, already planted.
Dude, Heretics really gonna win no pistols.
Getting off to a good start with a pistol win here.
All they've had are good starts. They've won every single pistol. If Team Heretics could win this map without either pistol round win, that would be a tremendous feat for them.
And they've shrunk, of
Did
course,
you
the
magic
lead
there?
into a single
I would have
round.
given Jing a
And once
20%
again, it's a short
in this.
round, Wyatt. This early engagement here in mid. Jing sees action over on the B side, gets involved there, then whips around.
That's
an old-timer.
They know someone
That was
is
a
there. 'cause
sick
they're
camera
gonna
angle
move
for it.
forward.
His body blocked.
Hold up.
Let's go, boys! Woo! Our pistols, what the...
All right. PRX are just too good on these pistol
Yeah,
rounds.
Heretics do this.
It's gonna be
Mini Boo.
investing
Honestly, he's
actually
normally
into
good for one.
for Heretics
We
on
got
that
Molly Shock to
angle
make
from
sure that they
yellow
can't
towards
actually get it. We got a
B.
recon down towards middle to try
Standard
set
there
up
with
the
Shock and the Molly to
Marshall.
deny that early access
Wait, that's
to
not the
orb
Marshall,
from
right? Where's the Marshall?
defending team.
Oh, over towards B.
Benji is absolutely playing the most important position on the map. Just as we saw from something.
Oh, the gun's sticking together. Luck is a ghost.
Unsurprisingly, Patman's moved up. Minibu punished though on that little swing. Tried to set him up with a Marshall, but he will be ruined.
Yeah, dude, that kind of worked out incredible with the turret.
Boo now is about to feel the net close in. Patman up walkway sees. What was that? Okay. Up on the ledge he goes. Proud as a peacock, but
that's both of the pistols. If they actually lose a rifle here, it's pretty important.
Heavily disadvantaged situation. Rien's desperately trying to avert an even game here. Likely has too much on his plate.
Nicely done.
I
mean, they get a survive buy. They get
Fair
solid.
enough, bringing the 3 most important rifles into the next round. Cash from the spike plan as well, so PRX will be more than happy with that. Team Heretics have done a nice job on these anti-bonus rounds. That has kept them in the game here. Otherwise, things would have really spiraled out of control early. Nice shots from Rien's, who is just a consistent presence for Heretics.
Right,
for
the
me,
classic.
really
Everyone can't buy in this one.
all of the aspects of the game on lock.
Is this?
Really do it all.
Like the Heretics team
Heretics
said,
watch
we are
here,
not
and
kids
then
anymore. We're not rookies.
Is he just going
There's
close?
no
We can
excuse
see a
for us
molly
to
there. I wonder what this is.
Drop these important matches, and they've recovered well here on Icebox, but there might be an inflection point lying here in this round as both sides have rifles. It's a very healthy bonus for PRX.
Taking the time at the moment, something has been allowed to
Okay,
take
but
all
he
the
can
space.
take this turret before
no,
it's
that is
broken. Oh
disastrous,
boy.
just done this
He
and
got
think that
caught
someone
out.
would be
I don't know if
that
he heard.
close.
I would have to watch that again. I don't know if he missed like the first jump spot and then he took a timing or
A
what.
little bit too close to the sun.
Swarm grenade out.
Bear in mind, this is Team Heretics with absolutely
Patman looks pretty
nothing
ready for
left
this.
in the bank. This is must win at the moment. Patman,
Oh,
this fight is
Jesus.
so awkward. That's as messy as it
I feel
gets.
like I can't talk about
Comes in,
anything.
but Patman definitely supported in that engagement. Something eventually that was put to bed on the B side of the map, and this has precipitated a pivot. Now with mid control, PRX can go towards A and not worry about getting caught, but it's a pump fake.
What a timing from
This is
Patman to catch
nice.
and they have
This was a
the
nice
second
little
play towards
push over
A
to
again.
chill.
They could really pivot anywhere here.
Nice little
It's
push
just
over
we're playing
towards A.
TDM.
He
Who
might have
wins that
overstepped there.
out?
He's given him a chance.
Patman the Viper.
This is a mental
The
realm.
stabilizing element of PRX, by the way, is just taking duels across the map.
Big
He
jewel
has
at spawn.
opened it
Ooh,
right on up for
did he see it?
PRX. Minibu has to play second fiddle now and try
Yeah, yeah, he
make
saw
use of
him.
that mobility
They're
across
super
the
on
map.
it.
Wood is already set up in Crow's Nest though.
Does have the wingman to actually pressure a defuse, force some people to swing out. Maybe that's a way in. Find a pick.
A small gap in that smoke. Will be challenged. Wood has to drop down.
Okay,
and
very
the
nice from
spacing isn't
PRX on
quite
this
there,
one. They get the
apparently.
bonus as well.
Minibu
Force
steps out,
Heretics
only
down
to
to
be
an
riddled
eco.
with
They
vandal
got
shots.
2,900.
Just
Basically,
so
everyone's
ready
at
to swing
3K.
together at
Can buy
any
low guns.
audio cue. Boo so frustrated. in
Yeah, I
this
wanted to see
moment,
like the
not
first 5
expecting
seconds
anyone
before
to
that
push
because
up.
he didn't even look over towards sight. Like he was so sure he was there. God, that was rough,
Oh man,
Joe.
that was. I mean, Benji's been credited with some very sharp moments, even on this map. Look at him shut down something as he wrapped over towards belts that many rounds ago.
Team
It has been
Heretics, they're bringing in 5 sheriffs, 5 regen armors. Obviously, they have the shooters to pull off a round like this.
Minibu forced off pipes there.
Oh, they go fast.
410 smoked out, giving something a staging ground. Okay, all in rafters. Heretics
Well,
committed to
they
anchoring this
used a
time with
lot
the
and they
sheriffs.
didn't take that much map control. Might
How
actually
far is
be
their gun
pretty
still
hard
get
for
them against
PRX to force
fully
into this.
armed
They just have to
PRX
wait for
team on a
wall
roll.
then go.
Listen, they've got the right stack to do it. The weapons might be
Yeah,
decent enough.
this is
Something
gonna be
shut
hard
down
for them.
Early. They're trying to get into this site. PRX Jing is pulling
Especially
up.
with that.
He can't connect.
Messy stuff. Divine Forsaken now. Got to pick it up, but there is Forsaken. Quick response. And he doubles down. Oh, Hunter's Fury.
He's susceptible to just one shot from it, but he's able to get out of the way.
Whoa, what is that, dude?
He's too smart.
What is that?
Too aware.
Yeah, with the Fury of Olympia. Now, Devi has to
I got the spike.
recover the spike and put this together. Both of his opponents, half armor and sheriffs. He has a Vandal to his name.
And he has to fear a potential flank because he was out of range from the turret that was placed. Wants to double back now. 30 seconds to play with. Does he just
Takes
try to
away
clear
the
this out,
turret
get
like
back
he's
to
wanting
A?
to push
Does he
over
try to gun
towards
it to
A
B?
site, so if someone was pushing, they might try and take the timing of a flank.
He wants to
Pretty
leave.
smart.
He wants to leave. He's hoping that in this situation, Team Heretics
It's a good
will just
plan here. He can
leave
put the
two
alarm
on
bot
A
down
and
onto the
then
spike itself.
go for that advantage, retake over towards B. But when the spike goes down, that will allow a rifle to be collected
10 seconds
perhaps
left.
Viper
I
Molly.
just want to go for this with the Sheriffs. Rians does have a recon.
Devi
Oh,
has a turret to
it's
play
info.
contact off potentially. Does he have the time to set it up? Yes. Not too bad to have this Sentinel utility at your disposal in such an important clutch.
Look at Devi. He still has to be weary about this flank as Rians is making his presence known.
Goes close so we
forward.
can hear the alarm bot.
Trying to get ahead of the owl drone. Does he have a timing on Boo? Spots him out. Util in hand.
Holy bro, that is close. 15 HP, had to do it.
To keep PRX
Had to do
well
it.
and truly on
Heretics
the
would be
tracks.
gutted. I mean, it's
Team
really
Heretics
good
know
considering
that round
like their
could
buy that they had into it,
absolutely
but
shifted the
you gotta feel like
momentum,
they
but
should
it's
have
a
won this.
4-round run for PRX now in this second half. Disaster for the European side.
Finished.
Forsaken comes up clutch with these 2 kills to get them back into the round.
Enemy remaining.
Both Rans and Boo still pulling up their trousers. Util in hand. Can't play off of each other at all. That is huge.
They feel like they didn't have the time to
Why not
waste
get the
either to
guns,
collect some of
yeah.
the rifles that were a little bit deeper on that A site. They go for it with the Sheriffs. Might be regretting that decision at this point.
Jeez, the tension there between Weber and Elzinho.
It's been some.
another
The
timeout
coaches
here.
for Heretics
The last one
have had
available.
some
The
rough
Heretics won this
timeouts.
That's an absolute.
It's been like
heartbreaker.
4-1, 8-1, or maybe
This is Heretics
5-1,
coming
8-1
off
first
of
map.
obviously
4-1
run
again
to
on this
qualify
map.
here, but then getting
And then this
blown
one
out
lost
in the
4 in a
regional
row
finals
on
against
the
Fnatic.
second half. Like
You
they've
know,
had
the
some
coach saying that was the
really
first time he
rough
felt
starts and halves.
disappointed in the team after that loss.
That hits heavy. They've been a team for a while. And you heard what he had
Devi? No, Devi looks completely different,
to
dude.
say. Just in that halftime break.
Devi definitely got the FNS buff.
Not
I'm on
looking
board with that one.
themselves.
When FNS was playing and wasn't streaming, I'm watching Devi flash himself on Vice multiple times. Now, FNS comes back to streaming and then Devi's just incredible.
On this so far flawless
I don't know what happens.
They have 4 rounds in a row put together.
PRX just have the easy 1-2 ult combo right now. Get the space with the lockdown, drop the pit, and they've even got the Hunter's Fury late if the spike is really being pressured by a Team Heretics.
This is a
retake.
bug, right?
That's
This
an
has to be a bug.
Relatively close
That's a
to.
bug.
Maybe they
Not
can
a
get
chance.
the sword. Maybe Root finds a kill, right? But you're asking
Oh,
a
no.
lot. Oh my God, the early Hunter's Fury double connection.
Oh God, he got a
Oh,
double when they're
that's devastating.
dodging it, and the
This is the round,
TP's
and
closer
Heretics
to
are trying to
capitalize
shore
off
up
of
their
it.
half the map.
Okay, Benji's got to do a lot,
Benji at least is
man.
able to lean
Something
in, intercede to find a kill.
might overstep.
It is an awful
that
way to
guy's
start
owned
with,
it.
and he's pinned
He's
down again. He's got to
absolutely
keep this
owned it.
ground up. All of the A side now belongs to PRX. Look at the timing though. Heretics trying to get in ahead of this, but Miniboo is shut down instantly. And Benji, beleaguered as he is, on all sides, guns are trained, and the killjoys.
Something's just
That
looking
was
at him.
absolutely
Oh
diabolical.
God, that was another
Something it's an
big buy
amazing
round.
Deep position
Dude,
there
this
as
was
well,
nice.
all
It's
the
the
way
classic
back after.
into the
That
drone
was
over
eventually
towards here,
going
but then
to
they
be
kind of
the
got
nail in
double
the coffin
duelists to
on
make
that
sure they can
round, no
capitalize off
matter
the people
what.
dodging the ult. Obviously, when you
I was
dodge the
talking
ult, you
about
normally get the
Forsaken,
knife
use
out,
that
right, to try
post-flank,
dodge
or
it.
just get
So
an
classic.
immediate drone tag.
Dude, he got double
Double
tag
hit.
with the drone.
Jing takes all
They're
the
literally
space
doing
that
a
was
higher
created
lower to
because
shoot
of
the
that as
drone
well.
early because this is the most common
Oh my
drone
God, whatever they had planned in that round.
Sov
Couldn't
ult
even give a
strat.
guess. I mean, it was just out
And they
the window
didn't kill they didn't kill the
That's
drone in
such
time and it
comes
tagged
easy
them
way to
both.
just draw his head back.
Devastating.
Okay, Heretics, credit to them. Still want to find a burst of speed here, but oh, the boys were waiting for you, Miniboo. You
Oh
were expected.
God. Man, they're actually running
Just
through them on
hoping
attack. They really
the
are.
Forsaken
I know
would
this
be
is
in
an
that
eco as
closer
well,
tucked
but
position that Ahsoka
there's
will
been some
often
rough rounds for
begin,
Heretics, man.
but was safe, playing back for the multiple players to guard him.
Oh,
Enemy
it's just filthy.
They're trying to make hero plays. You can't blame them. They've only got sheriffs. PRX have absolutely shut them down. They're
Look at this
economizing,
timing.
Out of control. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. All right, thank you.
Oh, man.
We can't have two knives
That's
in the
just
debut
unfair,
game, in the
bro.
debut game,
Yeah,
man.
cure for hypotension.
Falcon Cat, thanks so much for the
do
prime,
that.
bro. Appreciate that.
So very quickly, those 2 rounds fall. Heretics back on a buy. Now with Fraction lockdown to work with. Like I like the
I mean,
idea.
the
Heretics
stun
obviously
was-
with
stun
a
was,
back-breaking round. They were
hit
perfectly
one.
conventional after that one. Still want to go forward.
There's not much else you
Play
can
that
do with it.
PRX-esque aggressive B-side play, at least use their neon to get something. But man, I mean,
Boys,
PRX wrote the script for that. They were there when the deep magic was written.
This is it. This is it for Heretics. Got to use these ults into it. They're up against 3 ults alone, and we have a Jet, Knives, insta-send with Recon Deep, maybe? Whoa, set Omen strat. Set Omen strat. You got a Recon, you got an Omen that goes in spawn into a smoke, so you're looking at it, but then you have 2 people that have walked through middle. Wait, this is a cool Omen ult strat. This is really nice. So focused on the Omen over towards spawn that you don't check the timing towards middle. And you're looking at the Recon, to be honest. And the TPs and can try get a kill through the Recon as well if you don't shoot the Recon.
In the walls at all times, but Heretics ready now. This is winnable.
Yep, something spotted out. Here comes a fast retake for Heretics. Good start. Forsaken dealt with Raptors control.
How did they manage to win
Very
this?
sharp this round. Thrash here will look to find Divide. Last standing member of PRX.
That was a good ult. Dude, how did they manage to win this though? I mean, the strat at the beginning was lovely. And then I guess they're just out of position because of the strat.
Desperately needed round win from Heretics. They're losing players early, and they still manage to pull it off. They do a great job getting back into that site together. The distraction from Rafters, and then you have Woot coming lower. I mean, the distraction. Benji knows he's in there, but just can't do anything
Man went a bit
about
too early. Dude, everyone just kind of played. No one played the spike.
In that deep position again, is forced to look towards Rafters, and Woot takes advantage of that distraction.
Yeah, that's a bad round, man. I'm surprised we don't get a desk slam with that. That was a pretty bad round from them. Like, the overall picture at the beginning is really cool. Really cool idea. And then everyone just oversteps a little bit. Oversteps over towards sights. Dude, it's happened again. This time, instead of the ult dodging, they're using the recon to distract. Dude, this TP is wrecking them.
You're never expecting it on defense.
Rian's has to salvage. The only player inside the A site for now.
Dude, Pac-Man on the big luck. This time it's been going over towards middle, and they feel like they've cleared it because there's double person over towards here. So, and this time they're playing delay over towards site, so we can actually get something out of this and doesn't have to go too early.
Right now, Relay Bolt doesn't hit something. Here comes the lockdown.
He's going after it. By hook or by crook. Something is looking for this, and there's Pac-Man on the lurk timing.
I did incredible. What a sick round from PRX. This is back-to-back really nice rounds from them. They just misplayed the one before.
Crazy. And our Heretics know they really can't play off the side. They've got to commit. They've got to challenge this. Not too shabby there from Minibu.
Oh, Minibu did great.
Danes to descend from the ivory tower to deal with that.
Wingman?
This is winnable.
Oh, dude, he's won it. How? Minibu's killed 3 and Wingman's defused. Oh god, it happened again.
Wingman does the job.
Wait.
Man, they really had to fight scrapping for that one. Wyatt, 3 up for Heretics.
Damn, dude. Alex has got to be slamming desks, mate. What are these rounds?
Impact 1v1. But talk about Minibu. What an adjustment.
Oh my god, bro. That third kill as well.
Already in the grave when he gets this 3rd kill.
Oh, that's insane.
What is that?
So Heretics have taken a chunk out of that PRX economy.
Dude, PRX, man. They should have won right there. That should have been both.
We're going to have an early Viper spin on the B side of the map. PRX clearly no interest in challenging it early this round.
Batman wants to go on another wild adventure. Okay. Go up to.
Yeah, I mean, he's been everywhere.
Are focused on Team Heretics, triple stacked up. They go drone for drone. Oh my god, the last Hunter's Fury was really solid.
Nice moves there from Minibu. Avoids what would have been a lethal connection.
Do they expect close left after that?
PRX had to be satisfied with a little bit of damage onto the Neon, but Minibu also has that overdrive.
Wait, that's really cool, man. Oh, they got some cool stuff with the Omen.
From the top rope, he's able to find his...
You TP across so you can double duel here.
Can he do something? No, the shorty. More than he can deal with.
Dude, PRX have so much nice stuff. I can't believe Heretics is still in this.
Jing has just been an absolute animal on both maps. Countless first kills.
Boogie is a double swing. He's going to have to deal with it. Oh, the King's Horses and Men.
Okay, 3 goes at ending this one in a 2-0.
Match point now comes up. PRX. There was a narrative, right, if you're a PRX fan? Or even a hater. You're familiar with the feeding narrative, but it's never been less true.
Juice, thanks so much for the prime, mate. Appreciate that.
Stabilizing force.
Dude, it's a triple swing because they swing from the top as well. Wait, that's awesome.
Rounds as the half began.
Heretics on defense have had absolutely no clue how to deal with Jing getting in these absurd forward teleport positions. playing with so much more aggression than you would typically see from Omens on this map. Something, connection.
Both hit damage 30, 55. Miniboo wanted to go aggro with a recon and a flash on this one. Rien's getting nothing for this all. Oh my god.
How is he here already?
Oh boy, well that's it, chat. That's it. Let me put on the hat.
And slow the PRX train down, but choo-choo, baby! We have more than left station!
Might have been loud, chat. I apologize if that was loud.
Feels like they've never
The train
been
just keeps on
faster,
going, chat.
actually.
Train keeps on going 2-0. Don't even lose a map on this one.
Dominant on map 2. Not one pistol round loss. All of the momentum throughout both of these games slowed down.